All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at our nutrition guide. Today I'm going to be using the 11-point nutrition guide with our Built by Sanctum section. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to scroll down. This first page here is just going to give you some of the nuts and bolts as far as to what the points are used for. I'm going to skip over this just a little bit. This is something that you guys can read on your own, just to go ahead and take a look. But I am wanting to touch on the food list. So I'm going to come back to this once I start explaining what the points are. But I would highly recommend that you take this food list, print it out, and stick it on your refrigerator. And also have it available to you on your phone so that you can reference it anytime, because this is going to be very helpful, especially towards the success inside of this program. So I want to go down and I want to talk here on this, what would be the third page, I believe. So what we want to look at is with the point system, what we're essentially doing is we've taken your lean body mass and we have basically seen how many proteins, carbs, and fats do you need to sustain your lean body mass, but also not support your body fat mass. So what I want you to realize is that 1 point, which is going to be up here onto the left, 1 point is going to be equal to 1 point of protein, 1 point of carbs, and 1 point of fat. So it keeps it pretty simple in a sense. All of the counting of macros has been done for you. All you have to realize is that 1 point equals 1 protein, 1 carb, and 1 fat. If you have an 11-point plan like I do up here, there's certain ways that you can go ahead and build meals. This one right here gives you an example of a 3-point meal. So a 3-point meal looks like 3 proteins, 3 fats, 3 carbs of any source. They have a few things about vitamins and supplements, which we will get into in the following weeks. But an example of a 1-point snack might look like 1 scoop of whey protein, 1 fat of any kind, and 1 carb of any kind. And again, we'll talk a little bit about what some of that looks like. So here are some examples as far as, just kind of what a day in an 11-point system would look like. So maybe I'm starting with my breakfast, and that's a 3-point meal. Then I need a snack midday. That's going to be a 1-point snack, and then a 3-point dinner, or a 3-point lunch, and then a 1-point snack, and then a 3-point dinner. So that might be how you can break it up. What we then look at here is it gives you some ideas as far as snacks would go. So how do you build, your snacks? This would give you an example of a 2-point snack. As you come down, you'll have 3 points. In all of your point system package, you're going to see some examples of meals that are done for you, which is great. And these go all the way up to 5 points. There's some 1-point snacks as well. But the idea here is that we want to keep it stupid simple. So we don't want you to have to think about this. We don't want you to have to, make this more complicated than nutrition already is. So at the very end of your packet, you will see a stupid simple meal plan. And this is going to give you kind of an idea of what a day in an 11-point or whatever point system you have would look like. The nice thing is it also gives you a little bit of a grocery list to where you can go and plan your meals. At the very bottom, you're going to see some frequently asked questions, just so that you can kind of take a look if you do have any follow-up questions after something like this. But what I really want to get into really quickly is how do you build a point meal? So what would I end up doing? I'm going to go all the way back to what I had mentioned, and that's that grocery list. So let's say that I want to build a 3-point breakfast, okay? What you need to know is that 1 point of protein is equivalent to 1 of these. So for example, 1 point of protein is equivalent to 1 ounce of chicken breast. If I'm trying to build a 3-point meal, then I would essentially need 3 of these points, or I would need 3 ounces of chicken breast, right? If I'm having a meal that needs 3 fats, I could take a look at this fat column and I could say, okay, I need 3 different options, or I need maybe 1, 2, 3 servings of this almond. So I would need about 9 almonds. And you can do the same thing on the side of the starchy carbs. If I'm trying to build a 3-point meal and I know that, let's say I'm having, as of now, chicken and almonds, I might add some cauliflower to that. So I would know that I would need 1 1/4 cup for every point of carbs. So that ends up being a lot of cauliflower. So that's just a quick little rundown of how you can start to build meals off of your points.